Hello everyone, welcome to this week's Gran Turismo 7 Daily Race Race and Strategy Guide. We're off to the Nurburgring GP track in Group 3 machinery. Definitely not the first time we have done this combination for Daily Race C, but it usually is pretty popular and usually gives a fairly decent race. We have 9 laps to get round. We've got tyre wear at times 5, fuel is at times 1. It's just the racing medium tyres that are available. There is a mandatory pit stop in this one. We have custom slipstream, damage is light, and for your settings we just have the brake balance. So fairly standard fare Daily Race C kind of race. We do have the intermediates and the wets available, but from what I have seen there is no dynamic or wet weather in this one. But let's jump into the race that we did this morning. We are in the Jaguar. Now the reason I've chosen the Jaguar is I'm probably going to choose that as my manufacturer, so I thought I would see how this race gets on, or how this car gets on around here. One thing we did forget to mention in the preview or looking at the settings, that we still have these grid starts for Daily Race C, so that's a welcome thing for me. It is a full start check as well, so make sure you don't jump the start. And yes, turn 1 at the Nurburgring is a bit of a dive bomber's wet dream, especially with a grid start, so expect lots and lots of chaos into that corner there off the start. There's definitely going to be some drama there for sure. Obviously, because it's a grid start, the cars are fairly congested through this first lap, so it really is just a case of surviving this first lap. Now a lot of people are in MR cars for this one, and I do believe it will be the MR cars that will be the dominant cars around this track this week. Quite a lot of traction zones in the MR cars are much better than the FR cars at getting that power down, especially getting on that power nice and early. So a lot of people in this race are in the Porsches, a lot of Ferraris as well, Lamborghinis that were obviously pretty strong at Interlagos last week in Daily Race B. And when you see the leaderboard, when you see actually the finishing result for this one, I think you can get a very good idea as into what cars people are going to be using this week. But we have pretty much survived lap 1 here. We've got a Porsche off the track up just ahead. Now there is a couple of strategy options in this one. You can do the tyre change, so you're going to kind of split it down the middle, or you can do the no tyre change, and you still have pretty decent tyres left towards the end. We'll discuss all the ramifications of how long your tyre change is going to take, how the tyre wear is looking towards the end of the race as this one unfolds. But you can see the Alpha peels off there into the pits, so they are going for a no tyre change strategy. Obviously, if you do that strategy, you have the flexibility of pitting on any lap you want. But that put us up into P8 by the time the first lap had finished. I'm going to jump all the way forward here to lap 4 now. We kind of had caught these 3 cars ahead. They've kind of split up a little bit now, but we had been getting held up slightly by them. The Porsche is going to lose it out of the last corner. Vegas in the Ferrari up there, I'm pretty sure cut the line as well. I did note that at the time. And the track for the first time in this race has opened up for us and allowing us to get a little bit of that clean air. So you can see we did a 57.5 on lap 2, but we lost 2 seconds on lap 4 in the traffic. But we stayed out all the way to lap 8. We're going to come in and make our mandatory pit stop now. We're obviously not going to change the tyres. As you can see, the tyres are in pretty good shape anyway in the bottom left hand corner. One of the best kept secrets in Group 3, by the way, is that the Jaguar is actually really good on tyres and actually pretty decent on worn tyres as well. Now, do be careful coming into the pit lane. You do drive that last corner, and as you can see, the Bold Ben has broke a little bit late in the pit lane and ended up in the barrier. You will see that a couple of times this week. It's always funny when you see somebody do it. It's a shame for Ben in this one. Ben did say hello before the race started, so nice to see you, Ben, and unfortunately I've got to feature you put it into the barrier in the pits, but good to demonstrate the follies, the dangers there. So 2.2 seconds we are stationary if we don't change the tyres. If you're interested, if you do the tyre change, you will be stationary for 4.8 seconds. So a difference of 2.6 seconds between changing the tyres and not changing the tyres. Overall, your pit loss with a tyre change is going to be 21.1 seconds, and for no tyre change is going to be 18.5. Fuel is no issue in this one whatsoever, with the fuel being set to ×1. But yeah, we come out into the race back in 6th place, but technically we are in 5th place because I know the car ahead, the Saudi Arabian driver, has not pitted, and we'll just jump all the way forward to the end of the race. You can see our tyres are in pretty good shape, given the fact we've not done the tyre change, so it's not like you're on the rims trying to do this strategy. So there is a, it's a good strategy. Most people should be able to do it, and it is really a little bit of a toss up between the no tyre change and the tyre change. But as I said earlier on in the video, we are the only FR car in the top 12 there, so that gives you a pretty good idea as into what cars people are going to be using this week. But that is pretty much it for this one. I'm not going to go through all the strategy options like I normally do at this point. I'm in a little bit of a hurry to get this video out and go and get some other stuff done. But 9 laps, Group 3, Nurburgring GP track, a little bit of strategy in there. It's never a bad combination. It's always pretty decent on the race. And the custom slipstream is still there, but I still think it's a little bit too strong when you're in that kind of less than half a second. But I think after the update, they definitely changed the strength of it when you're kind of more than half a second beyond. I still think we should be using real slipstream, but this seems better than some of the other custom slipstreams in the past. But it's pretty much a toss-up between doing the no tyre change and doing the tyre change. It depends how you're, basically how lap 1 goes for you, I guess. If you're in the traffic at the back, if it's chaos, it's carnage, get in those pits nice and early, try and get a little bit of clean air. Or alternatively, stay out, maybe everybody pits ahead of you, you get the clean track that way. If you're horrendous on tyre wear, then go for that tyre change. But it is only 2.6 seconds between the tyre change and the no tyre change. You will make a bit of that back up with the fresh tyres, but as you've seen by my race, the tyres are not in terrible shape if you don't do the tyre change. So that's pretty much it for this one. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one. Goodbye now.